Hi everybody, and welcome to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle. Today I have a battle against Zane, and he does have an awesome team. As you can see, it's actually a rain team, which is very cool, a bit of a throwback since you don't see those too much anymore. So we are just going to get right into the battle and check it out. So he led with his Pilotoad, no doubt because of the drizzle since it is a rain team, and I led with Gengar to try and counter that as best I could. And first thing, his drizzle is going to make it rain. So I just go for the Giga Drain right off the bat to try and get as much damage as I can. That did about 2/3, which is pretty good. He has the same idea, so he hits me with the Scald for max damage, which almost takes me out, but not quite. So he switches then. He knows he can't take another Giga Drain, so he comes in with his Ferrothorn. And I did go for the Giga Drain, so that's not going to do a whole lot to Ferrothorn. Barely anything, as you can see. So I go for the Focus Blast this time, and I do hit, which is great. And that does a lot of damage, about 2/3, but he still lives and gets to use Stealth Rock to set up the entry hazard. So then he switches out, predicting another Focus Blast, and comes in with Tentacruel. But I actually went for the Shadow Ball this time because I didn't want to risk another Focus Blast. And he actually has Rain Dish on there, as well as Black Sludge to recover quite a bit of health. So I switch out. I know I'm not going to take this thing down with Gengar, so I come in with Goodra instead, and I get damaged by the rocks. So he goes for the Scald, and that doesn't really do much of anything to Goodra. It is special defense trained and has an Assault Vest, so. And then he's going to recover a little more health with his Rain Dish and Black Sludge. So now he goes for the Sludge Bomb to do as much damage as he can, and even though that was a crit, that didn't do a whole lot. Then I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse. I do have Thunderbolt, but I did that just in case he was going to switch. I wasn't sure, so I played it safe and went for the Dragon Pulse. So he's going to stay in, it looks like, for the long haul, and hit me with another Sludge Bomb, which doesn't do a whole lot again. This time I go for the Thunderbolt to try and take him out, and I just barely do not. He just survives, and he's going to recover health again with the Rain Dish and the Black Sludge. So he stays in once more and hits me with an Acid Spray just to harshly lower my special defense. And I go for the Dragon Pulse again just because I knew anything could take him out at that point. So that is going to take his Tentacruel down, and finally the rain does stop, but unfortunately then he brings his Pilotoad back in and makes it rain again. So he does outspeed me, and he hits me with the Ice Beam. I probably could have survived that if my defense wasn't lowered from the Acid Spray, so that is going to take me out. I stayed in hoping to outspeed him, but that didn't really work. So I come back in with Gengar, and I just barely survive the switch in off the Stealth Rock, and he's going to switch out, predicting the Giga Drain again, and comes back in with Ferrothorn. But this time I actually read this switch, and I used Shadow Ball. So that's going to do quite a bit and just barely not take him out. But then he's just going to stay in and let me take him out with another Shadow Ball. So then he comes in with his Kabutops, and he goes for the Waterfall. He actually outspeeds me here, which was a bit of a surprise to me, even with the rain. So that Waterfall is going to take me out, and he's going to lose a little health from his Life Orb. So then I come in with Swampert and get damaged by the Stealth Rock. So he hits me with the Waterfall again, And Swampert is very tanky. That actually did a ridiculously high amount of damage. I'm surprised, but I did survive with 27 health, and I hit him with an Earthquake, which is going to take his Kabutops down. And then I'm going to recover a little bit of health with my leftovers. So then he comes in with his Kingdra, and he uses Focus Energy here. Not really sure why. He could have just taken me out straight away, but he didn't. So this lets me hit him with an Earthquake, and that does a good amount of damage, about 2/3 again. And I'm going to recover a little health with my leftovers again. So now he goes for the Draco Meteor and hits my Swampert, and that is a crit, but it didn't really matter. And that is going to be enough to take me out, but he does get his special attack lowered harshly. So I come in with Talonflame and lose half my health to the rocks. Here I go for the Flare Blitz. I actually made a critical mistake. I was reading a switch because his attack was lowered harshly from the Draco Meteor, so I thought for sure he was going to switch out here, but he actually did stay in. So critical mistake on my part, and he's going to hit me with another Draco Meteor, and because of the crit, because of the Focus Energy, that is going to cost me my Talonflame. So big mistake on my part, but the rain does stop. So now I'm going to come in with Jolteon, and I'm going to get damaged by the rocks. So he switches out here now, and comes in with his Manectric. And I actually read that switch though correctly this time, and I hit him with a Shadow Ball, which did about 2/3, so pretty good. And I'm going to take some damage from the Life Orb. So then he goes for the Mega Evolution into his Mega Manectric, and his Intimidate is going to lower my attack, but that doesn't really matter too much. So he just goes for the Protect to scout me, and I was just going to go for the Shadow Ball again to try and take him out. So then he outspeeds me and hits me with a Flamethrower, and I do survive that with about 1/3 of my health, and I hit him with another Shadow Ball, and that is going to take his Manectric out. And I lose a little more health from the Life Orb. So then he comes back in with the Kingdra, and I do outspeed that as well, and I'm going to hit that with a Thunderbolt to take it out. And take a little more damage from the Life Orb. Barely hanging on with Jolteon, but still making it. So then he comes in with his Pilotoad again. This is his last Pokemon at this point, and the Drizzle makes it rain again. But it's not really going to matter because I do outspeed him and hit him with one more Thunderbolt. And that is going to take his Pilotoad down. And I barely survive the Life Orb damage with 6 health. And that is good game, Zane. So thanks for watching again, everybody. As always, feel free to like and or comment on the video, as well as subscribe to my channel. And this actually is going to be the last battle that I post with this team. So I'm getting ready to start battling with a new team. But before I do that, I think I am going to post a strategy guide video for this team as my next video. So stay tuned for that, and then afterwards stay tuned for more videos with the new team that I am currently working on. So thanks for watching again, everybody, and we will see you next time.